When elders clear their throats and draw closer to the fire, it is not always to tell stories of heroes and blessings. Some tales are warnings, stones placed on the road so the wise will not stumble. This is one such story. Born in a city of horns and hustle, of smoke and sweat, where greed wore an apron and served rice with a smile. Listen well. In the heart of Onitsha, where bosses coughed black smoke, traders shouted prices like battle cries, and the air always smelt of pepper and ambition, stood Mama Obi's food joint. It was a simple structure of zinc roofing and wooden benches, but from morning till night, it was never empty. Drivers parked carelessly just to eat her food. Office workers ignored packed lunches. Even women who swore loyalty to their own kitchens found their feet betraying them toward Mama Obi's pots. "Ah, Mama Obi, your food no get rival," customers would say, licking their fingers. Mama Obi would smile, wide and humble, her wrapper tied neatly, her headscarf firm. "Na God," she always replied. But God knew what Mama Obi did not cook with clean hands. Before the fame, before the long queues and crisp naira notes, Mama Obi was a widow with tired eyes and debts that slept beside her at night. Her husband had died suddenly, leaving her with 2 children and a rent notice that came like a drumbeat, loud and relentless. She sold food then too, but customers passed her by. Her soup tasted ordinary, her life felt invisible. Desperation is a whispering spirit. It tells you that shame is better than hunger and darkness better than waiting. One night, as rain slapped the streets and NEPA took the light, Mama Obi followed a woman known only as Auntie Blessing to the back of a private mortuary. Her voice had been soft but heavy with promise. "There are shortcuts," she had said. "The ancestors do not always speak gently. Some blessings are taken, not given." Mama Obi did not ask many questions. Fear lived in her chest, but hunger sat on it. From that night onward, before dawn broke and before the city stirred, Mama Obi would fetch a small keg hidden beneath old cloths. Inside was water, grey, cold, smelling faintly of chemicals and something older. It was water used to wash the bodies of the dead. She poured it into her soup pot with shaking hands, whispering prayers she barely understood. "Let wealth follow me," she would murmur. "Let mouths call my name." And the spirits listened. Her food changed. The taste deepened, rich and addictive. People dreamed of her soup. Some swore they felt weak if they went a day without it. Money flowed like a stubborn river that refused to dry. Mama Obi paid her debts, bought land, sent her children to private school. Her name spread beyond the market. But the dead do not give without taking. Strange things began to happen. Customers complained of dreams, of long corridors, of cold hands tugging at them, of voices calling their names from underwater. A bus conductor collapsed at her table, foaming, his eyes wide with terror. A pregnant woman lost her child after eating there 3 days in a row. Rumors crawled through Onitsha like rats. Something no pure about that food. Too sweet for ordinary pots. Mama Obi's eyes, they always red in the morning. Mama Obi laughed louder than necessary. At night, however, she scrubbed her hands until her knuckles bled. Sleep abandoned her. When it came, it brought visitors, pale figures dripping water on her floor, their mouths open in silent accusation. One night, her late husband appeared in her dream, his voice hollow. "You have fed them with death. Now death is hungry." Soon, the city itself seemed to turn against her. Her pots cracked without reason. The soup burned even when the fire was low. Customers began to fall sick openly. One collapsed and died before the crowd, his spoon still in his hand. That was the day the elders came. They did not shout. They did not accuse. They sat quietly on her benches, their eyes heavy with knowing. Proverbs says, "The river that forgets its source will dry in the sun." One began. Mama Obi trembled. Her secret throbbed like a wound. That night, thunder broke the sky, rain flooded the streets, and the mortuary gates flew open. Mama Obi ran, driven by terror, back to the place where her wealth began. There, under flickering light, she confessed, to the walls, to the rain, to the restless spirit rising around her. The next morning, Mama Obi's shop was gone. Where it once stood was a sinkhole, dark and silent, as if the earth had swallowed its shame. Some say Mama Obi vanished, others say she was taken by the spirits she fed. Elders only shake their heads and conclude, wealth that comes from defilement eats its owner first. And so, when food tastes too sweet and success too sudden, remember Mama Obi and ask what water was used to cook the pot.